start. So I'll become the timer, and Anita ji, you can be the TTM. Hi, Vaibhav.
Oh. Who is first? Who came first? Praveen?
Anyone, no issues.
Anyone? Okay. Praveen, for you, your favorite season and why?
Okay, everyone. My favorite season is always winters, because in winters we have choice of for lots of food, because in the summer times it's too hot, and our body needs lots of water that time, so we can't enjoy the more foods in the winters. uh, we are enjoy I think we all are enjoy the hot foods like bread pakoras and other things, and 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 winters. And I'm belong from Rajasthan, and the summers is too hot in Rajasthan, that the summer at the summertime the temperature was almost 49 degrees Celsius. So so at that time the persons are living in Rajasthan, I think they have the situation like pakoras. So winters are good for us. That's the reason. So why I am the most enjoy the winter season.
Thank you, Praveen.
All from myself.
I also belong to Rajasthan. That's why I was glad to know.
Same here. Okay. Same here.
Okay, next is Sanjay. Sanjay, are you ready?
Yes, Anita ji.
Yes. A piece of advice for your friend.
Piece of advice to your friend.
Yeah.
So piece of advice to my friend. I have many friends, but there are the different categories. I can say my friend. There are the few friends who are whose nature is very cozy. They always enjoy the life. But there are the few friends who are highly involved in their work, and they think what they always run behind the things that I want to achieve this thing, I want to achieve those things. There are another type of friends, and the third category will there are the person who are very anxious always. They are always anxiety. This will happen, that will not happen. What will happen if this thing will happen? So there are three type of category. So let's see what about I will be different advice from the different kind of friends. I will be saying first those friends who are very always enjoying their life. So I'll say them. I'll be always be giving them advice that enjoy your life. This is a very short time, and if they have reached this level, and because they were enjoying their life always and they have reached this level, so I think life is this way. You should enjoy your life. The second type of people are there. Who are always achieve something. So that is not that way, because life is like a game. If you heard about that game, that you have to take a lemon with the help of a spoon, and then you have to walk, and that way you have to manage all that spoon as well as that lemon whenever you are achieving that things. Like sometimes we are so aspirant about achieving something in your life that we forget about personal life. We don't think what is happening in our personal life, how our kids are doing, what is our friends circle. So I'll give them advice. Besides your work, whatever you want to achieve those things, but you should not forget other spices of the life. You should go along with them. You should enjoy your life as well. And third type will the people who are always anxious, what will happen if this thing will not happen, or vice versa. I'll say them, life is very short. We are not immortal here. One day everybody has to go, and we should let's try your best, give your best shot. Whatever may happen, that might be destiny. And if we are thinking right thing, if we are doing the things in right way, right direction, then always all things will be right. Thank you, Anita ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanjay, for explaining too very much. So next, Shashank, right?
Yes, ready.
Your favorite place. Which is your favorite place you would like to go and enjoy?
As such, I don't have any favorite place. I like company of people. I don't like to be in solitude, just sitting alone somewhere and enjoying time. I can be in my room to think about myself and to plan accordingly how I have to do the things for myself. But I usually enjoy company of people. And so it depends upon with whom I am, and I love to enjoy those people. Though recently it could be a crowded place, depends upon mood. Like if I want to go to a cinema or I want to go to a river to sit next to the river to enjoy that bank of river. So that depend upon mood. As such, not any favorite place. I don't have any and I don't have any such place in my mind which I would say favorite. That's all. Thank you,
Thank
Anita
you,
ji.
Shashank. Good. So, Tanvi, are you there? Ready to take topic? Okay. Tell us about your favorite book.
Okay. So the topic which has been given to me is tell you all about my favorite book. So I have been recently reading 11 Rules for Life, which is by Chetan Bhagat. And initially I was a child who doesn't like reading, and I started reading initially. And one of the book that many people recommended to me was this one. So it talks about the 11 rules for which is required to live life. And I have been reading it for more than a month, and I am almost completing it. So it talks about how to move out of your comfort space, and how to uh, how to understand other people's emotions and feelings. And one of the things that I very much relate to that book is, in one of the chapter it says that if everybody around you is happy, it means that you are faking it, or you are pretending to be someone who you are not. So it relates a lot to me, because everyone around you cannot be happy with you, and some of them may have grudges with you, or some of them may be happy with you. So I really love that book, and looking forward to read more books by Chetan Bhagat. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanvi. Very nice. Who's there? I think Harshit is left. Right, Harshit?
Yes, I can go next.
Yes. Harshit, your favorite childhood toy. Tell about us. Tell us about it.
I belong to a family where toys were not encouraged a lot. And I'm from the age where you have to create your toy creatively using a lot of stuff you have. For instance, having a tire rolling over the road, having gulli danda, playing it in the ground, and playing marbles. And moreover, the origami was one other thing I used to do with my brothers. In the afternoon, when I'm back from school, my mother used to lock us in a room so that we don't go outside and fly a kite in the roof, that too when the sun is on us. So what we used to do, me and my brother, we used to create origamis out of papers, creating fighter planes, creating guns. And I had a window that we used to consider as a border, India-Pakistan border. And we used to fight as soldiers. So having planes in one hand and then having gun on other and flying it like this, the way we are like fighting with enemy. So that was the favorite game I had. Now what I see now has changed. Origami has totally gone from my life. The only time I do origami when my daughter need to do something part of her school project, then only I try to do it. The difference I see from then and now is I could create things on my own. I just used to fold papers and I used to come up with something new, which I used to recognize what it is, not going ahead with the target that I'll create this doing origami. But now, because I have a project, my daughter needs to deliver it somewhere. So I go to YouTube and try to learn and then do the origami. So the creativity part actually I'm losing throughout my life in last so many years I have lived, which I want to get back. So to answer the question in nutshell, my favorite sport has been origami, which I'm trying to pick up again. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit. Well done. I think all are done, and you can give me a topic.
Yes, Anita ji. So just give me a minute. Let me note the time, and then I'll pass on the topic. Okay. So for you, the topic is: should all zoos and aquarium be closed? Should all zoos and aquariums be closed? Toastmaster Anita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit. Every one of us wants freedom. It may be social freedom, it may be financial freedom, or any type of, I want to wear different type of clothes, I want to go different places, and I need freedom to speak. And freedom is most important thing in one's life. We are human beings. We know the importance of freedom. What about animals and fish? Yes, if in a zoo, animal entertain us and our children, definitely we enjoy a lot. But what about those creatures? They are enclosed in small cages. They are not allowed to go outside and hunt their own themselves. I see parrot, peacock in a cage. How do they can do this to these innocent creatures? They are struggling to fly high. They try for some time and then they sit and wait when they will be able to fly. I used to have an aquarium also at my home, and there were different type of fish. But I thought about that it was really beautiful. It increased the beauty of my lobby. But this year, when I renovated my house, I uh, moved it to a ashram, and I don't have that. So, in my opinion, there will be not zoos and aquarium. So every animal, fish, or birds can fly high in the sky. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Harshit.
Thank you. And that concludes our first round. Is it okay if I just quickly, because I was playing the role of TTE as well, along with the timer, so I'll tell you the time and quick feedback, which we can incorporate in the next round. Fine? Okay. So
Right.
Praveen,
Yes, please.
your timing was 1 minute 28 seconds. Content could have been better. You spoke for more than 1 minute, which is good. I believe it is about your favorite season, and you could have I could see you had a lot of content, but somehow it was not coming out because of maybe some reasons I don't know. So work on the content. You should have enough to speak. And we spoke about a lot of techniques, right? We in hair fat, Oreo, try to implement them. If you change your thought process into that direction, you will anyway be able to structure your content. So that's the only piece of advice I have. Sanjay, 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Kudos. That's one thing we ask everyone to speak for at least 2 minutes, and then you start concluding so that you have enough time to talk about. The only recommendation I have, Sanjay, is that in your speech, I see the conclusion of the advice coming in multiple times. So when you talk about life, you concluded. Then you talk about personal space, then again you conclude. So I see multiple anecdotes there, but all those anecdotes were not connected towards the end, right? So, okay, what is it now? So fine, personal, for life, friends, we are immortal. All these things could have been concluded better, in my opinion. Otherwise, everything was good. No major advice. Sashank, 56 seconds. The only piece of advice is speak. Okay. Target for at least 1 minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Don't worry about anything. This session is for practicing. Speak a lot. Whatever coming to your mind, first of all, we need to speak. And once you're able to speak, then we'll put it into structure using different techniques. Okay. Tanvi, 1 minute, 19 seconds. I was expecting you to hear more from you because you were very good in flow. And Chetan Bhagat was the first writer I started reading as well. 5 Point Someone and the Three Idiot, which is based on. So all these books I also read. The only piece of advice I have is during your content, right? When you're talking about why did you like the book, you could have concluded a little bit more using a call of action towards the end. So yes, you like the book, but why should I read that book? So it's okay. You talked about this is your favorite book. And you also talked about one advice which you really like, when everybody is around happy, that means you're doing something not wrong. So just to put a little bit more gravity, I believe you could have included slightly call of action. And see, the reason I'm giving you this advice, probably I'll not give this advice to a starter, but I see a lot of potential in you. You are flawless. You spoke, you utilized time, right? With the very good content. So I was expecting a little more to push you. That's the only reason this is harsh advice. Okay. Anita ji, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Again, you spoke well. And you know what I see in you, which is change from the past is now you're starting. I really like whenever you start a table topic, I actually smile because you don't jump into the conclusion, you jump into the topic. But the only problem I see today is that started, you started here, but the ending was here. You could have ended it well. Somehow you dragged it a lot. Talked about you had aquarium, then you talked about freedom, but the conclusion didn't happen to the same gravity you started. I was expecting this conclusion. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, your starting is really good. That is something I see an improvement, at least in the time I have known you. Okay, for me, the time was 2 minutes, 4 seconds. Any advice? I'm happy to hear.
The childhood toy. Yes, you didn't have childhood toy, but you spoke very nicely about origami and what? Anyone else? Sanjay speak.
Yes, great. Actually, regarding this origami word, I heard a lot, but I was not knowing the meaning of this word. So today, through your speech, I could understand the meaning of this word. The flawless speech you started, TM Harshit, that the way you start now, that itself, I always listen your speech very. So you start very well. That because I think I'm not able to give us any piece of advice. I think you did it well, and what can I say? I'm not having any word to say actually. Everything was fine. That we only can say. Actually I'm learning from you. I think the person who can speak much better way in the table topic, that can give you the advice. I believe that way only I can say right now. So let's
Uh,
see. Even
I I I would
I'll
slightly
learning more
beg to
things. I will be able to tell you after some time. I think.
I would slightly
You
beg to
are
differ here, Sanjay, with you.
congrats.
Yes,
Because the way Toastmaster works is everybody has a
I understand.
perspective, everybody has a feedback. So there's no high learner or better speaker or worse speaker. It's nothing
No,
like
that
that.
would be there, but I'm not that in that position. I can give you that advice. That is only thing I'm saying.
Okay,
Yes.
that's all taken. Thank you.
Sir, I
Currently,
have
I'm
one
taking.
one question I wanted to ask, like you start in one, you 2-3 seconds, you start giving us, like, start your topic. And how you conclude that, at what point of time, what you're gonna say? You initially told about what did you like, and at the end you also concluded that what you would like to do further. So in the beginning you decide that you will speak in this way, or with the time you decide?
No.
I wonder
So I don't
how you
decide anything. See, I mean, one would argue that Harshit keep on talking about approaches and techniques. I have a science background and I understand formula well, right? But public speaking is not about formula. It's more about how you practice the formula. See, maths, whoever is a math student, if you know the Pythagoras theorem, it's fine. But if you don't know how to apply Pythagoras theorem, is useless, isn't it? So I go with that approach. I if when I talk about fat, Oreo, snap, these techniques, I actually truly practice them when I deliver a table topic. If you see me, I take 3 seconds just to think about it, that what is my fact in this topic and how I'm going to talk about an anecdote here. And then when you start this approach, no, the thought process will automatically build up. You will know what to speak next. It will come. But and that's the reason I expect all of you to practice this thought process. And then you will see after a few weeks, you will be able to speak flawless on anything. All right. Are we up for the next round?
Okay.
So,
Yes.
all
Yes,
right.
yes,
For the
yes,
next
yes.
round, we'll have to drop off from the call and then log back because only 10 minutes are remaining. We'll not be able to finish. So, can you please join back the same line again? I'll reopen it.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes,
Cool.
yes.
Thank you.
I have to use animals or pet we have adopted. Uh,
So, this is your topic. So, this is your topic. And the idea is topic is related to the theme you selected. So, you wanted animal. I've given you a topic from animal. So I'll
yes.
reiterate the topic. So there's no change what Anita ji was doing. The only add-on I have done, I've given you a theme to choose so that you can speak a little bit more, with confidence, right? I'll reset the timer for you. I'll reiterate the theme, which is, the topic is, should pets be adopted rather than brought from the breeder? Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if we my perspective is we adapt the animals from like stray dogs or and any other dogs, because we saw lots of animals or dogs, especially I like dogs very much. So because in my childhood days, one day my elder brother told me a puppy fallen down in the near of our house. Waterworks, there are ponds for storing the waters. So one puppy fallen down in that. So see, he he told me, I go there and catch out, save this puppy and take care him for lots of months. Then I I connect him with uh, I emotionally I connect with him. So if we brought the dogs from any breeders or there, so they take charges for us. So buying that Jones. If so, my suggestion is, so we adapt the dogs or animals from the strays or there, because if we adapt them, they uh, have their own shelters or theirs, and we save them their lives. And that's all from my side, Toastmaster Harshit.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Praveen. Toastmaster Sanjay.
Yes.
All right. So, Sanjay, for you, the options are to select the theme business and economy, that's one, education, that's two, and ethics, it's three.
Education.
Education. Okay. Should boys and girls be taught in a separate classroom? Should boys and girls be taught in a separate classroom? Toastmaster Sanjay.
Gender equalities in our society has been since long, from the ancient time to till date. But how it has helped us, if I say, still, there has been the discussion is going on. The boys are better and the girls are the better. But ultimately, it is not helping the society. I think as a human trait, the girls has been all those quality which a man is having, or the man is having all those quality which girl is having. In their way they are equally strong, and the boys way, they are in their strength, they are they are equally capable of doing certain things. So if we can say the boy or girl or men and women are unique in their own way. And what is happening when, if we see our educations, what is happening, I have done my studies from, not from the co-ed school. There was only the boys school which I have studies. And what is happening when the boys and girls are not studying together, the synergy is not coming in the society. The unique thinking is not coming in the synergistic thinking is not coming in the society. When we are studying in the boys are studying in the boys college, they doesn't know how the females emotions behave, or how they behave in a certain circumstances differently. Sometimes as a man, we doesn't understand how does this the women are responding to particular situations, except our families, what we are seeing in our families. Similarly, the girls doesn't having the understanding how men will be behaving in circumstances. It has been shared that women are equally strong in emotions, but certain emotions are equally required when the logics is required. And sometimes women behave that we are little behavioral, we doesn't have the emotions, man doesn't have the emotion, but sometimes the logics are equally important. But when the girls and boys will be studying in the same education system, like that, the synergy will be coming, and the understanding will be better between the men and women. So I will be saying, I equally endorse that the education should be the co-ed education. I think co-ed education it has been said. So I'll be always prefer that education should be like that. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay. All right, next is Shashank. So,
Yes.
Shashank, for you, the options are health, that's one, law and politics, that's two, and media, that's three.
Health.
Health. Okay. Toastmaster Shashank, has cosmetic surgery risen to a level that exceeds good sense? Has cosmetic surgery risen to the level that exceeds good sense? Toastmaster Shashank.
Initially, the cosmetic surgery was required when someone had problem which wasn't curable, or which was creating trouble to the person. But now people have started having it in the way they want to be more beautiful, and mm, for the for a better appearance, rather for the purpose or for the usefulness of the cosmetic surgery uh, which was supposed to be happen. So it creates certain dangers which people are not concerned about, like it can cause cancer, and there are several other diseases which harm to the persons. So unless or until it's essential for someone to help them in their better physical appearance. Not in physical appearance, it helps them to attain some certain objective, which like the work they could have not done before, and they are able to, like, it helps them to attain some objective, like capability, or capability, I would say, certain physical capacity. So it's better to go for that. Otherwise, for the beauty perspective, unless or until it's not required for some specific things you're going for that, it's better to avoid that. So overall, I would say, if not recommended by the doctor, never go for it. Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit. Over to you.
Thank you, Shashank. And I'm sorry I couldn't share the timing because I started around 30 seconds late. So you spoke for more than 1 minute, 20 seconds actually. Right? That's brilliant. Thank you. Tanvi, you ready?
Yes.
So Tanvi, for you, the options are religion, science and the environment, that's 2, and sports.
Religion.
Religion, okay. Should prayers be allowed in public places? Should prayers be allowed in public places? Toastmaster Tanvi.
So should prayers be allowed in public places? So for me, it is a very controversial topic, as prayers are something which is dedicated to a particular person, and it depends on the person when or where he does a prayer. So according to me, it should be allowed to people, because prayers are something for which people for themselves they pray, and it doesn't matter at what time or at what places do they pray. uh, so I think prayer should be allowed everywhere. And even though most of the people prefer to have prayers in the temple, in the church, or in um, masjid, but I think it should be in the hands of the people only, whether they want to pray in the public places or they want a particular place for it. So I definitely think that prayer should be allowed in public places. Thank you. Over to you, Titi.
Thank you, Tanvi. Anita ji. For you, the options are sports and techno. The number 1 is sports, 2 is technology, and 3rd is word peace.
World peace.
World
World peace
peace.
is fine.
Okay. So Toastmaster Anita, is planetary nuclear disarm. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Toastmaster Anita, is the idea of peace on earth is naive? Is the idea of peace on earth is naive? Toastmaster Anita.
Earth. We can't imagine how beautiful is this earth. There are different countries, different rivers, different oceans and mountains, different people, different languages, different dresses, and what's more. If all we live in harmony like birds, I don't think birds fight somewhere. They make a group of uh, birds and travel meal and meals. Like we can learn, if someone wants to go to Pakistan or any other country, we need visa, we need permission, we need a passport. But you see, birds can travel anywhere, anytime, in any season, wherever they want to go, they can go. And what a wonderful life of them. You can see sometimes pigeons sitting together, and they look so beautiful when they are sitting together. So in this way, yeah, if we live in harmony and in peace, what a beautiful world it could be. But we see sometimes that countries fight for their own interest. We can see Ukraine and Russian, then many countries are, there is a cold war between other countries. And the main problem is superiority. Everyone wants to prove themselves superior. But I would like that people live in peace and harmony, and life will be wonderful, amazing, fabulous, magnificent. So we should expect world peace in this world. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Harshit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunita, and that covers everyone.
Yeah. Except you.
Yes, any topic for me?
Should I give you the topic, Rosmat Harshit? Let me try.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll be giving the theme. So nationalism, economic equality, or people.
Economic equality.
Fine. So why economic equality has been given more priority than nationalism in our country? Toastmaster Harshit.
What is more important to live your life? Your city, your state, your country, or the world itself? Some will argue that what if its word ceased to exist tomorrow? The life is no more. I would recommend you take one step back and think what is the most important thing for you right now to survive. And that's food. What if you don't get dinner tonight? No breakfast tomorrow, no lunch, no snacks, no dinner again. No matter what happens to this world, no matter what happens to this solar system, you won't care about anything. The only thing you will care about is the food. And how would you get the food? To get the food, you need money. And money is something which directly relates to economic equality. So the question comes in, what is better or what should comes first, economic equality or the nationalism? I would say, for me, it is economic equality, because nationalism is, yes, required. But if you're hungry, trust me, we are not all freedom fighter. We are all very normal, very basic human beings, and we'll all break without a second survival without food. Just think over it. If everybody has enough money to survive, enough food to survive, what is the next level they would be? They'll start thinking about nationalism. And that's what Maslow's hierarchy talks about. When you are done with your basic needs, you start thinking about other things. And basis on the Maslow's hierarchy, the top is self-peace, or which is also called self-actualization. Just think over it. In the pyramid, if you don't have the basic needs completed, how would you reach to the level where you're at self-actualization and start thinking about peace? So forget about nationalism for now and think over national economic equality. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit.
All right.
So
Thank you. In terms of timing, it was all good. Nobody has just Anita ji, you reached 2-3 seconds after 2 minutes 30 seconds. So the red screen started blinking. Otherwise, everybody was within 1 minute and 2 minutes 30 seconds. All right. I think we are done with the second round. Open for feedback, suggestions, thoughts, questions.
I can give you some feedback.
Yes, please.
Yes. For last time, your kick started was very good. Though you didn't have a favorite toy, but you just picked the another thing that was origami, and you explained how you played and entertained yourself and your brother with your brother, and you ended it very nicely that you also want to become and practice this origami, and you miss that, and you help your daughter in making projects like that. Or in this, yes, it was nationalism and economic equality.
Equality.
You chose economic equality.
Equality.
That is, yeah, that is very true. In books, we can read that we first our country. We will die for our country. We will sacrifice our lives for the country. But when one is hungry and he doesn't have food, then only the one thing that come to our mind, that is that needs food, shelter, and third, food, shelter,
Clothes. Clothes.
and clothes.
Rajesh Khanna, Roti Kapda aur Makan.
Yeah. So you picked up it very well. And the most important thing I liked about your speech is that in the phrase you start the speaking, you end very properly, and you are not in hurry. In my speeches, generally it happens that I spoke, that I see red card, and then I stop all of a sudden. So you manage that very well, and those are two important facts of your speech, that you start very well and conclude it with the theme. Second thing is you are not in hurry, and you collect your thoughts very nicely. You know what to speak, and you do it very well.
Thank you. Thank you,
So-
Anita ji. So kind to say that. Any thought and question about the session or the way we have set up? I hope this is helping.
Perfect, perfect. And I just wanted to share my learning about the
I
table
I
topic now. Yes. So the learning
I
which
think
what
okay. Okay, you continue. Sanjay.
okay, no, you speak, no issues. Praveen, I'll speak later, no issues. So what I was sharing, my learning is that what is happening generally when we start table topic and how the things I think I can improve is that generally whenever the table topic comes to us, we generally jump to the conclusion. That is the first challenge which comes. We understand, okay, this is the thing we want to speak. But once we start speaking, we are having lacking of the words, we cannot word. So as Toastmaster Harshil said, just we should give some time initially to learn. We just take the time and find out what are the thoughts and accumulate those thoughts and then start speaking. But what happens next is that once we goes there, then we cannot find how to come back to the topics. There is another challenges come. So we should keeping that thing in mind, and then gradually we should come back and seeing the time that way we should end. That is my learning which I wanted to share. So I thought let me
Yeah,
share
I
with
think
this thing. I think.
no, I think that's brilliant, Sanjay. If it is helping you all guys, so it's good. Now, the only piece of recommendation I have for all of you is that try to play around with the topic. Do not conclude it. Conclusion, keep the
Yes.
conclusion for the end. And if
And
you, even if you know the answer, let's say the topic is it a sunny day, right? It's a very simple topic. And imagine at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, we are in JKG and the topic comes, is it a sunny day? The answer is yes. So if you say yes, you have lost the room. You
nothing
cannot play
lost
around
the
it.
room.
Yeah. So always try to play with the topic first. Even if you have the conclusion, if you have bias towards, so for instance, economic equality and nationalism, a lot of people will have bias toward nationalism, right? It's okay if you have it bias toward nationalism, but just play around the topic. Think what else you can connect with it. Speak about that, and then come back to the conclusion you have already decided. That way, you will not struggle for thought because you already know where you're going to end it. Yes, Praveen, what you
Correct.
were saying something.
Thank you so much.
Harshit, only one thing we ones who are new in the club or in the table topic sessions, we think what is the topic and what we speak about the topics. That today we like has also give us the think internet connectivity is facing. I have some issues with the
No, I can hear you,
connectivity.
Praveen.
You
I
hear
can hear
me?
you clearly. Yes, yes, go on.
Okay. Okay. First of all, thank you, Anita ji and Harshit. You both give us the most topics best for us. So second, Harshit, you gave us the option. Was you choose from three topics. That I think that is good for one who are the new for in the impromptu speakings. So if somebody asks only one topics or ask in impromptu topics, then I think we cannot relate to us. If we have the option, then I think we relate ourselves and speak. I think more than 1 or 2 minutes. That's all opinion for
Hmm.
me.
Yeah, that's fine. And this is basically, I mean, this is what I'm going to do on Sunday. I'm TTM. So please do not disclose it on the group that, okay, this is what we had and this is what we did. Let it be the privilege for the people who joined this session.
Okay, okay.
All right. I think
Sure.
we are running out of time. Just one learning I want to share. Uh, do not take table topics as a practice session for a setup within Toastmasters. Try to reflect in your career in your corporate. I mean, I'll give you a very good example. I realize. So, and not realize, even you may also relate to it. Whenever you go to office and you're having a discussion with your boss, your colleague, not your friend, your boss and your colleague, and every time you discuss, there is always a point of discussion, right? It can be people, it can be increment, it can be world politics, it can be any project also, right? Sales numbers are not going up, something like that. So you see, you always get opportunity to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. The more you learn here, the better you will speak there. Here, the topics are variety of it, where you are pushed to think. There, the topics are very familiar to you. So now when you have, वो बोलते हैं ना कि practice में जितना खून ज्यादा पसीना ज्यादा बहाओगे लड़ाई में खून कम बहेगा. The same thing here. The more you practice here, the less you struggle there. So don't think of table topics just as a standard of Toastmaster International where you come on board, you practice, fear of public speaking. But this is actually helping you somewhere. And the time you can relate, you'll be more energized to join these topics or, you'll volunteer for all these things. All right, last 2 minutes. Anybody else? Any thoughts?
Yes, Harshit, I want to know something that in table topic, we can speak some imaginary, some other incident that is not real. But when we are talking to someone else, we only talk about facts and figures and what is actually happened.
Not necessary, Anita ji. I would beg to differ. So don't think about content. What is happening in table topics? And the purpose of the table topic is to push you think on your toes. Now the thinking could be anything. Thinking could be you are living in Mars, you are traveling towards sun, you have move out of galaxy, Earth is gone. So this is your thought process towards a topic. So if you have better thought process, no matter what topic is given to you, you will work on it. Now, I agree with you that when you're talking to somebody in professional, you talk about facts. But how would you talk about facts when you don't know it? Right? So just imagine if you know about India's population is 140 billion. Uh, okay, it will end in 10 minutes. Okay, 140 billion, right? So if you're talking about with somebody on poverty, you know this fact on the back of your mind, but if you have that thought process, this fact will automatically come to your speech. So the purpose is not about content. The purpose is about thought process, how you will play around with the topic, what the content you will think through, that too standing on the stage. You've not given a time for prepare, right? So you can talk about anything. That all will help you as long as you are able to process it well. Anything else? Any last comment from anyone?
So
All right.
are we having one more session on Sunday evening also? What
No.
Thank
do
you so
say?
much, Harshit.
Sunday, we'll have a regular meeting, right?
Yeah.
So
What
there
are you
I'll.
saying about Sunday that don't disclose?
So I'm
The
saying
same
the whole
format will be
this.
used, Anita ji.
Yes,
Huh?
the themes, the way I
Same
given
form.
you themes, right? Select a theme out of 3. I'll be using the same format on Sunday in our offline meeting. So now, since
Oh.
you all know, and if you are coming to the meeting, which is very good, but do not disclose it to anybody in group that this is what is going to happen. However, it doesn't matter, but let it be surprise for others, no?
Right,
Yes, yes,
right,
yes.
right.
That's good.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, cool. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend. See you
Thank
on
you so
Sunday.
much.
Thank
Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you, everyone.